Would you allow me this week to draw your attention to Romans chapter 9, verses 20 and the first part of verse 21? It says, Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against God? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, Why hast thou made me thus? Hath not the potter power over the clay? I understand that many of us are getting antsy as this virus keeps us homebound this month. Some of you have never experienced an Easter service outside of the church facilities, which is exactly what we're going to be doing this year. Remember that things could be a whole lot worse. So before we start throwing our pity parties and before we start getting upset, let's remember that God is in control. He, after it all, is the potter, and we are the clay. Don't forget that we will be live streaming our services starting on Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. Also this Sunday, because it's Easter Sunday, we're only going to be live streaming the morning services, so starting at 10 o'clock and then also 11 o'clock. And as is our custom, there will be no 6 o'clock service on Easter Sunday. Getting back to Wednesday night, if you have any prayer requests, they're not already on the list, you can go ahead and email those prayer requests either to Sarah Sargent at slsargent82@gmail.com or to Scott Ackerman, scott.ackerman.pdx@gmail.com. Also, I have some prayer requests that I'd like for you as a church family to be praying earnestly for this week. First of all, pray for your church, pray for one another, pray for each other by name if you would. Get out the church roster and just pray for one another. Also, pray for the church offerings. This is a very tough time for us, and our expenses don't go down just because we're not meeting. Pray for the Easter service. Pray that we will have a tremendous amount tune in, that we will see souls saved and lives changed, that God would get the victory through all of this. Satan thinks he's going to get the victory because we're not going to be able to meet together. But you know, Satan also thought he got the victory when Jesus went into the grave. Well, Sunday, the tomb was empty. And even though the church buildings will be empty this coming Sunday, let's just pray that God does get the victory. And then one thing specifically, would you pray for our pre-application meeting? That's going to take place April 16th at 10 o'clock. And that will tell us a lot as far as moving forward on the purchase of our property. And I know that God is going to work things out. I'm excited about it. But be in prayer for that specifically, that pre-application meeting, April 16th at 10 a.m. All right, in the meantime, just continue being faithful in your Bible reading, in your prayer life. Pray that God would draw you closer to Him, and God would draw you closer together as a family as we continue to go through this time.